YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys topics in cryptocurrency. And guys, gotta let you know, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just the homie Crypto J. Okay, I just talk about trends, just talk about top trending coins and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, guys, do not buy anything that you see in these videos because this is not financial advice. Okay, it's just entertainment. Mixed with a little bit of education, but mostly entertainment. Okay. Today we're going to talk about some Bitcoin. We're going to talk about some Toshi coin. We're going to talk about market sentiment, and I'm just going to tell you guys my opinions. If you appreciate it, then I appreciate you. If you don't, then yeah, it's okay. I'll get over it. But as you guys can see, total market cap coming in at a 3.3, fear greed index coming in at a 74, and Bitcoin looking highly volatile, right? Coming in at a 103.59. People freaking out, which is good. We need them to freak out, right? I actually want people to freak out because the fear greed index is too high. And that's what I was telling you guys, that people are too greedy, and that greed happens, but also it's not always good. It's sometimes could be an indicator that, again, we need to see a little bit of a correction happen. And so I'm just wondering if we're going to see something like that happen pretty soon, because again, the greed's just too high. So that's one thing that I'm paying attention to. A couple other things that I'm paying attention to as well, again, is BTC dominance, right? So the fear greed index is looking bearish right now. Fear greed index is looking like we need to see a correction. But the Bitcoin dominance is actually looking not so bad, right? Ethereum is actually looking like it might be wanting to turn around, which in my opinion is a good indicator going into a Wednesday. Makes me actually feel pretty good for tomorrow. Because again, I do believe personally that markets pump on a Thursday. That's just something that I made up, that I don't even know if that's true, but it's helped me, out a bit. I guess it's an indicator or something. We'll call that the Crypto J indicator or something, right? The Thursday rule and the weekend sell-off rule and the fake outs early in the week rule, because I've been going by those for years and they just have worked out for me. So again, I believe that real price action happens on a Thursday. The reason why I feel like that is because the markets close on Friday, and so I feel like real sentiment usually sets in on Thursday. Every once in a while it'll set in on a Wednesday, rarely sets in on Friday or the weekend. But again, usually we'll see some sell off into the weekend. So what I told you guys yesterday, I still hang by that, right? I told you guys, even I tweeted out yesterday that I am not concerned about yesterday's price action. I'm concerned about today's price action, right? Because we need to see a good solid close on today, and we needed to see a good solid close for tomorrow, right? And right now we're hanging on some key levels of support. Some people having some mixed emotions right now, but as you guys could see also on the 1 year chart, we have some things that are going on right now that might show that we might see another big run up, right? We have this bull flag now starting to kind of turn in our favor. We could stay above this 103.5 going into tomorrow. I think that this could be really bullish, and we've seen this bull flag breakout in the past, how much upside it could have. If this could happen, this could send a lot of money into the market. But we've also seen Bitcoin create a double top in this kind of situation, right? We've seen a double top right here, and this was an indicator that the cycle is over. So I just don't personally believe the cycle is over, because again, if you look at our logarithmic, there's no blow off top in this cycle, and that's just uncommon for a Bitcoin cycle. As a matter of fact, I feel like this cycle, which I've been saying the entire time, really since last year even, looks a lot like Trump's last cycle, 2016 cycle. You see how we just kind of like float sideways and then we have a big blow off top? It's the same thing. We haven't had a blow off top yet. So again, I don't think that this chart looks bare on the logarithmic chart. But if I was maybe sitting on like a smaller time interval, like maybe like the 1 month even, might make me a little nervous, or like the 7 day might make me feel like we need to see a retest of 100K, or maybe even just a little bit lower than 100K. But again, I'm not concerned about it, because that would still be us creating higher lows. It would still be us possibly breaking out of some of this resistance. So in my opinion, this cycle is not over. You know, it's just going to make the market very volatile when Bitcoin does this kind of stuff. And that's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of doubt starting to come into the market, which again, in my opinion, is a great, amazing thing. You guys know I love fear. I love when everybody's panicking. I crack jokes. I get to laugh at you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I like the fear because, again, I don't want this thing to get too greedy too fast, right? We've seen what happens once we get in this extreme greed, right? It usually means that we're pretty close to the top. So what I would like to see here is a little bit of healthy consolidation, a little bit of fear go back in the market. We might even see something happen like what happened last year, right? Where we go like this, we're all over the place, and then we have a big altcoin cycle. But ultimately, it could really create a bull flag here too and rip up very high. So, you know, it's interesting to see these levels and how fast really we went from going from being last month at 29 guys, and then in March we were at 15, and now we're at a 74 right now. It's kind of crazy. So again, it's just a little bit too much, and I just do feel like I would like to see a retest of 100K personally. It would make me more confident, even more confident. I know that sounds bizarre and crazy, but it would actually make me feel more confident in a longer cycle. But as you guys can see, Bitcoin is coming in at 103.57. So again, maybe this thing might want to start turning up, right? Maybe it can, but right now we're still in a downtrend. We're still sitting a little funky. Got to start breaking up, right? We could have had a possible wedge start breaking out here, but it's just going to take a little bit more time to play out. It's definitely something I'm paying attention to because, again, it could be a possible need to see a retest. But, you know, that's up to the market. Let's talk about some Toshi, guys, because Toshi coin sitting on some key support itself right here on the 12-hour. And this is a chart that I would definitely be paying attention to if I was you guys. I told you guys another chart that I'd be paying attention to in the last video. As you guys can see, we already kind of broke down off that. But I'm still not too concerned, right? We've seen what happens when this thing has trended below this bottom Kellner channel. It's not always the end of the world, right? Now, if we do start printing too much red here, then we can have a shoulder head shoulder and be breaking that neckline. Like I told you guys, that could be something that's not so hot, right? We really need Toshi coin to continue up in volume. But right now, I'm really not too concerned. You guys could see our RSI is lacking volume, which one of the subscribers pointed out, and that lets me know that he's paying attention to this RSI because I have this RSI open in all the videos, and sometimes I talk about it, sometimes I don't, but you could see, yeah, relative strength index. This lets us know that our confidence in the market, and kind of you could see what has happened in the past. This is a good chart to also pay attention to, right? It's one that I'm definitely watching right now is our RSI. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys bearish or are you bullish? Do you guys think that we could possibly start seeing this market start turning around pretty soon? Or again, is Toshi coin starting to break trend, right? It's just a rising wedge here, and now we're kind of floating sideways, right? Possible shoulder, head, shoulder if you're looking on the two, right? Ultimately, the more I always start macro, right? When I look at charts, and you can look at charts however you want. I don't know how you look at your charts, but to me, I always zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out, right? That's what I always say. This weekly chart's looking so weird over here on Dex Tools. But as you guys could see, this 3-day chart, not looking too crazy. Looking like we're just seeing a little bit of volatility right now. Again, not too concerned right there. Also, the 1-day chart looking like possibly we need to see a retest of some lower levels here on the 1-day again. But this daily candle has not yet closed. And that's what I was saying about Bitcoin. We need to see a positive close on Bitcoin. Because a positive close on Bitcoin can very quickly turn around this this daily candle as well, and that's what we need to see happen. So I'm paying attention to that, and then ultimately I do think the 12-hour is the most telling chart that we have right now, because again, we're sitting right on the level of support, and we could either bounce off of this and create a giant bull flag, which again can send us a very high, or we could see a retest of some of these lower ranges here. Wouldn't be surprised to see a retest of, what would this be, around 265 or 225 even. Would still be us sitting in this Kellner channel. Even if we drop down to like closer to like 212 or something like that, I wouldn't be freaking out. I would still be thinking like, okay, win bottom, bro. Because again, we've seen good volume on Toshi. And in my opinion, it's showing signs of demand. This thing's growing very fast in holders. As a matter of fact, let's check how many holders Toshi Coin has today. If we've already broken 610, because we were at like 609 just yesterday. So, but this thing has been growing like insanely fast, like really, really fast in holders. So that's definitely a positive thing that we have going for it. The more people holding Toshi, again, that's just more people that will be shilling it, talking about it and whatnot. As you guys could see though, gotta be careful right here on this 4 hour and on the 2, right? 4 and the 2 looking like, right? We talk about also when we start breaking down below this bottom level, sometimes it could be a slippery slope because now we got to break above it, right? We got to get back above these levels now that we're breaking down below, and that could take some time. So as you guys could see though, oh my gosh, wow, 622,000 people now holding Toshi. That's bananas. 622,000 people. We put on more than 10,000 people in just the past 24 hours, which lets me know that again, you guys are watching the videos, and we're actually watching the search volume on Toshi go up as well. So again, let us all know that you're still bullish on Toshi. If this is a coin that you're still holding, let us know in the comment section. It's definitely one that I'm paying attention to, guys, but at the same time, we just got to pay attention to some of these key levels on both Bitcoin and Toshi. At least I'm paying attention to them. You could do whatever you want. Again, it's not financial advice, guys. You got to go out there and do your own research anyway at the end of the day. So make sure you guys are always doing that. And again, if you're not yet subscribed, hit that button, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.